What's going on, everybody? What is going on? All right, so today we are going to talk about lead nurturing. Lead nurturing is very important for all industries, regardless of your business, and understanding why lead nurturing is important is why we're here. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to talk about why lead nurturing is important, and then give you the steps to building your own lead nurturing system. As usual, I'm going to do a screen share. I'm going to show you guys. I'll walk you through it. We're going to create one within my T Business Suite account, and you guys will have more insight on what to do. And then along the way, I'm going to be explaining why it's important, things you need to click on, and everything like that, so you can start to build your own lead nurturing process. Because again, without leads, you can't grow your business. Leads turn into clients, clients turn into profits. All right. So today's struggle is many businesses struggle to keep their leads engaged after initial contact. So let me think. Think about any time that you've ever spoken to a person. They said they were interested, but they didn't buy right then and there. If you don't put them through a lead nurturing process, 9 times out of 10 they're gone. They're not coming back. They may see you later. They're not going to buy. And the reason being is because you didn't engage them enough to the point where either they built up the trust or they got the money to pay for your services. So this lead nurturing process is going to help you do that without having to reach out to them every single day, because that could get annoying and that is very time consuming. The solution: automating your lead nurturing within Go High Level ensures every lead receives a timely and relevant communication, keeping them warm and increasing your chances of conversion. So, like I said, the more you let the automation touch point, if it's sending out a text maybe every 3 or 4 days, if it's sending out an email once a week, just giving them tips and tricks and things that you may sell or things that you may offer. One, it's building the trust because you're the one that's giving them the tips and tricks and things like that. Two, is keeping your business fresh on their mind. So when they are interested or when they decide to buy, guess who the first person they're going to think about is you. They're going to remember your logo. They're going to remember what you taught them. They're going to remember your offering. And then they're going to be more likely to buy as opposed to them telling you no the first time. All right, so now we're going to do the screen share. I'm going to pop my screen up. So we got a screen share here. So this is what it looks like. Our step one is going to be navigate to the workflow builder, which is the automations tab. So in your Go High Level account, you want to go over to the automations tab, and it's not going to look like this. This is mine, obviously. And then make sure that you're under workflow. So where my mouse is at the top, make sure you're under workflows. And then we are going to choose a workflow template. So where it says create workflows, big blue button, let's click that. And then you can select a recipe. And then from the recipe, depending on the type of workflow you're choosing, we're going to be doing a nurturing. So you can see here we have lead nurturing using GPT history. We have, where's the other one? Long-term nurture reactivation. And then you have no-show nurture. So you have different types of nurtures. So we are going to use the long-term nurture. So we're going to use the recipe long-term nurture / reactivation email sequence. So we'll select that. The reason we're selecting a template is because it's already built for you. The system is already built for you. I'm going to walk you through how to touch on this and how to add to this. We're going to set up the trigger. So the trigger, what the trigger is what action do you want to put a person into this sequence? What do you want to happen first to make someone come here? Generally, it's going to be a tag. So we want to make our automation. We want to make our trigger. We're going to click trigger. And then we want to make our trigger tag. And it's going to be contact tag. That's the one that we're going to click on. Under contact tag, it's going to look like form. We're going to add a filter because we don't want it to happen for every single tag. We just want it to fall under the nurture tag or lead nurture, or this is where you guys can get flexible. You can put in your own verbiage here, but for me, I'm going to just be super simple. We're going to say nurture. So I'm going to say filters, tag added is our first filter. That's just letting us know whenever a tag is added, we want this to happen. And then you select the tag. I got thousands of tags here, but like I said, we're just going to type nurture. And then we're going to hit add new tag. You'll know that it's added because you'll then see a blue bubble pop up with the X. That means it's been added. You're good to go. If you want to take it a step further, if it's email nurturing, if it's tech nurturing, if it's for a specific campaign, you can make whatever tag you want. But again, for this demo, we're just going to do nurture, and then we're going to save it. That's it. Now your tag has been saved. Now remember, the template already had it all built out for us. But we're going to go a little deeper into it and like change some of the verbiage and change some of the weights and things like that, right? All we did was step one, which is draft the template and add our trigger. And now we're going to move on to step two. Oh, I got the chat popped up. Devin, what's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? Devin know all this. Devin just here for support because this ain't even foreign to him. But step two is customize your lead nurturing sequence. So remember, this is a template that was already built in. So they did the work for you in regards to the weight steps and then putting the emails in. We need to customize the email. So to do that, you'll click the email box. And then you notice it says location name, it says location email, replace with the nurture email. So it's telling you, you want to replace this. And then this is the body of your email. You want to replace this. So what you're going to do, you can leave location name and location email alone because those are going to be respective to your business information. So I'll leave those. Let's just say we're going to go with a tax preparer. You're a tax preparer. So your first email is going to be giving them some type of tax advice. Let's say how to maximize your W-2, like that. That's going to be your subject line. And in the body of it, you're just going to give them a tip or a trick to how to maximize your W-2. You know what we can use. We're going to use my best friend, ChatGPT. So you can't see the tab, but in another tab, all you got to do is go to ChatGPT. Actually, I'm going to show you this tab. Let's share it. So in ChatGPT, I'm literally going to say, I would like a 1-year email nurturing sequence to be sent out every month or every 30 days or every 7 days or this is where you guys can differentiate. I'm going to do every month because of the template, but I'm going to say to be sent out every month, giving tips and tricks on blank. This next thing I'm going to say tax strategies. Right there where I says on tax strategies, insert your industry. Put what your business does. Put something that revolves around your business so that way the nurturing sequences can make sense. So I'm going to say giving tips on tax strategies and how to make more money. Right? And then just hit enter. That's it. I would like a 1-year email nurturing sequence to be sent out every month, giving tips and tricks on tax strategies and how to make more money. ChatGPT does all the rest of the things for you. So you see, it's giving me email 1, January, February, March. It's giving me all this stuff, right? So I'm going to let it do its thing and just wait. Because I typically just let ChatGPT go for it. You'd really have no purpose to like do extra work when you have AI that will literally do it for you. And to kick it up a notch. So I want you guys to look. And if you want it to be customized, you can use ChatGPT just as a template. Discuss the importance of early tax planning, share tips, organization, receipts, things like that. It's telling you what to do. So if you are the professional in your field and you already know these things, you already have the answer. Now I'm going to show you how to kick it up a notch. It just finished that for me, right? So what I'm going to say instead is, I need you to build all the content for me. Give me 1 month at a time. I'll say next for the following month. Also, please elaborate heavily and include a CTA, which is call to action, to my business using this link. Now, when you say that, you have to have a link of something you sell or your calendar, some way they can get in contact with you. So if you have most people have calendars, most businesses should have calendars. If you don't, send them to a funnel, send them to a landing page, send them to some way to purchase something from you. In this instance, I'm just going to say, app.theelevation.academy. That's it. Also, make sure the link isn't clickable. And the reason I say that is because ChatGPT will make will hyperlink the email. So I say make sure that it's not clickable. That way, ChatGPT will specifically type out the website that I gave it. So we're gonna hit send, or we're gonna hit enter for that. So what's gonna happen now is ChatGPT is now going to do what I just asked it to do. It is making the email for me. So as we can see here, kick off your year with smart tax planning. It gave us a subject, it gave us preview text, and it gave us the email body. Look at this. Look how crazy this is. I'm building a 12-month nurturing sequence in front of you guys. I haven't even been live for 10 minutes yet, and it's elaborate. Visit us at this. And if where it says non-clickable, you can copy that. Look, it says Kenzel Pearson Elevation Business Academy because I use ChatGPT so much, it already knows who I am. Cool thing is you can click copy from ChatGPT and then bring it over to the body and just paste it all, right? Clean it up. So you'll click a couple things, enter a couple places, enter. So you definitely want to clean it up right here where it says call to action. You actually don't need that at all. But we're gonna clean this up. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna waste time cleaning up. Just to show you guys an example. This right here is our subject. No, actually, maximize your savings this year. That's our subject. So that's what we want to put right here. And then before you save it, just send yourself a text email. Now you can see exactly what the clients are going to see when they're getting the nurture email. So you can do that, hit send email, and it'll send to yourself. And then if you do like it after that, then you'll hit save action, and it's been saved. I like to name my actions so that way I'm not confused on what they are. So right here, I'll name it maximize your savings this year, and I'll hit save, and then I'll just do that for the. Oh, you know what? Sorry, I was still in the ChatGPT page. Okay, so now that I'm back, I am over to the automations. Let me go back. So I was showing you. You post the body here, the exact body that we copied from ChatGPT. You just clean up the body. So, obviously there's going to be a couple of asterisks. There's going to be some spaces that you need to hit enter again. There's going to be some asterisks you need to delete out. Clean up the body of the email and you'll be good to go. Once you save it, you'll save action, and then you'll have your email here. You just rinse and repeat this process until the lead nurturing is done. I did a full year, so it's about 12 emails for 1 year. It's going to get sent out once a month. And then the email lead nurturing is done. Now, another thing you can do is add SMS, which is text messages. You can add an SMS. You simply click the plus below or above the email, and then your action is going to be SMS, and then you'll click send SMS. So we're going to send this SMS, and then you can go back to ChatGPT. I'll share this tab, and then what you can do is say, I would like a text to complement this email. Bam. And it does all the work for you. It literally just gave you a text message that's going to complement that email. And what are we going to do? We're going to copy the text. We're going to go back over to Go High Level, paste it in our text box. Now, where it says first name, you want to grab that because that custom value won't work. So highlight over the whole custom value. You're going to hit the custom values tag, go to contact because that's the person we're speaking to. And then you're going to click first name. Notice that it changes to the brackets contact.first_name. That is the custom values for Go High Level. Another thing is it says link not clickable. We want to delete that out. So again, even with the text messages, you want to clean it up a little bit so that way it looks good. And then you can text yourself a test so you can see what it looks like. If you need another enter, if you need a backspace, if you want to shorten it up, you'll be able to see exactly what the text message will look like for your people. And then we'll come over here. I don't need that long of a title, but just make sure you title it. It said way too much. Let's say test text. and save that. And now you have a full email and a full text message sequence already built out. So the template created the full nurturing for us. All we did was go to ChatGPT and customize our emails, and then we customized our text messages to get added along with that. The last thing you want to do, the most important thing, is save it. So you want to hit publish, and then you want to save. And now you're done. Once you've hit every single one of these emails and text, you want to hit them all out. You want to make sure you set your weights for however you want. Like I said, you can do every 7 days, you can do every 3 days. I don't recommend doing any shorter than 4 days, because the more you text someone, eventually you'll become a nuisance. If you're texting someone every day, like unsolicited, or if it's something that they got for free, they're 9 times out of 10 going to say stop. So even if you're giving them tips and tricks, it's going to be too much. Every day I'm getting texts. Why does this guy text me every day? Set it for a minimum of 4 days and a maximum of a month. So anywhere between that window, you can set your weights, and then you'll shoot out an email and a text message, every so often, just to keep your business fresh on their mind and allow them to come back when they're ready. Make sure you put CTAs and everything. So that's step 2. Actually, I kind of bled into step 3. I should have looked at what I wrote, but step 3 is run a test lead. So now that we have the automation set, what I can do is, the contact tag is nurture, right? So I have nurture. So what I'm going to do, I got to switch to a different screen. I got some stuff that I can't show, but give me a sec. I'm going to put a test person in. You guys can put a test person in too. I'm going to come here. Let's see. KP test. All right. I'm going to add a test person. Actually, I should already be in the system. There I go. All right. Let me share back. Okay. So this is me. This is my test account, the account that I always do stuff in troubleshoot and stuff like this. So once you have your test person, this email is obviously not a real email. I'm not worried about it. I do have my business line, so my number's there. What I'm going to do is under tags. So to get here, you go to contacts, you click on the specific contact you're looking for, and then it'll pop up looking just like this. You'll go down in that contact's information under where it says tags, and then you just want to add the nurture tag, because that's the name of the tag that we just created. So whatever you named your tag, that's what you want to put here. I put nurture, so then I put them as the nurture tag. Nothing more is needed. We simply needed to do that. I'm going to go back to the automations tab now. I'm going to go to recent, and then I'm going to see the recipe long-term nurture now has 1 person added to it. I'm going to go into the automation, because the first thing is having them wait a month. I'm going to click on that, and I see that that's KP, my test person, which would be you. If I wanted to move them through the automation, I can click this man here, and that will force them to the next phase. I'm actually just going to delete it because this is just a demo. But that lets you go through the full automation, so you can see what the text will look like. You'll see what the emails are going to look like, and then you can know that the automation works. So now when people get tagged with the nurture tag, they immediately come in here and they fall through the workflow. And that is how you set up a lead nurturing sequence. Again, every business needs it. You guys are talking to people, you're talking to these potential customers, you're talking to these potential partners, and you need to nurture them if you're not able to close them the first time. This allows you to keep them fresh on your mind so you can close them later. All right, so I'm going to give you a real world example. I'm going to always have a real world example. A credit repair service sends a welcome email immediately after a lead submits a form, followed by educational content on improving their credit score every 3 days. This sequence concludes with an offer for a consultation. So this example was for a credit repair company. When someone signs your lead form or your inquiry form, you add them to the lead nurturing sequence, which then gives them credit tips every 3 days. So 1, you're helping them with their credit, or you're helping them, giving them tips on things that they could do to improve their credit themselves. 2, you're keeping them fresh on your mind. And then 3, you're sending CTAs every so often. So when they do decide, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about, this company knows what they're talking about, this lady is very educational, I want to do business with her, they'll have the CTA there. They won't have to look for you. They have it in the email or the text. They can just straight sign up, or they can straight sign up for a consultation, and it brings them back into your world. That is the real world example. And then we'll go down to the bonus time. So the bonus tip to save time with content is going to be 3 things that you can do. Well, it's not necessarily saving time, but it helps you out with logic. So in certain situations, people are going to show interest, or people are going to not show interest. So like with the emails, you can actually check. Go High Level lets you check whether an email has been opened or not. So you can actually sort by that. So we wait the first month, we send an email and we send a text message, right? Then we wait another month. What we're going to do right after the second month wait is going to click the plus, and we're going to look for logic. So we're going to look for if else. What if else means is, if something else happens or if this doesn't happen, I want multiple things to happen. We're going to say, did they open the email, right? Did they open the email? That's the question we want to ask. And then the branches are going to be yes and no. This is the conditional logic. We have to understand what we want it to search for to know where it's going to go. We said that they open the email, so we'll say event. And you see right here, event email. Oh, sorry. We want to go to contact details. Oh, you know what? I didn't have it as an email, so I can't use that example. If I created a different type of nurturing sequence, I could have had it. We could have did it as an event email, email event or trigger link click. But instead, we're going to do workflow trigger is contact tag. And then we're going to say and. So this means that the contact tag, they came in as a nurturing. And we can say that the contacts tag, or no, we can say the contact D&D enabled channels does not include email. Meaning they didn't put us on D&D. We don't want them to stay in this automation sequence if they put us in D&D. So we'll say, we'll put this as the no, actually, because that means, no, we'll put that as the yes, because that means they didn't put us in D&D, right? And then we'll save it. Just in case that may be confusing, we just created a logic-based yes or no. So I'll go over it. So we did a wait. We said, did they open the email? Yes or no. The way we can check that did they open the email is if their contact is still nurtured and they didn't put us on D&D. So I'll say, in fact, I'll change that. I'll say, did they put us on D&D? And this is going to be no, and that is going to be yes, right? So I reversed it. So now you can see, did they put us on D&D? No, they didn't. I want the nurturing to continue. If they did, I want you to remove. So we're going to type remove from workflow and save. So now we added an extra step to it. We added logic based, meaning we're not just going to keep sending emails to a person that doesn't want our emails. That's wasting our money. If they did put us on D&D, we're going to remove them from the workflow. If they didn't, we're going to keep nurturing them. And then you can put as many logic bases as you want. You can do one every month. That way, at any point in time in that nurturing sequence, if they do put you on D&D, then you can, I won't say you can get off, but you can take them out of that nurturing sequence. The number thing is create different paths. So I just showed that here because you can extend this. You can add as many branches as you want, depending on the type of logic. And I'll actually show you an example of one that has a bunch of different logics, and then incorporate AI power suggestions. So I'm actually going to show you, one of my, let me delete this. Let's delete this, or we'll draft it. I'll delete it later. So I'm going to show you one of my AI ones so you can see my AI powered automation. So you see all these different triggers here. right? And then I go to is AI engaged? And then you could see here, is the AI engaged? Yes. These are the things that let you know the AI is engaged. They have to fall, it has to fall in a certain criteria in order for it to go through to yes or no. This condition has to match the top. It's not going to make much sense to you now, but depending on how they came in, I had to set a condition to say, did they come in through Facebook? The workflow trigger needs to be customer replied through Facebook, and it has to be a key Facebook word. And then the same thing with Instagram, Google My Business, text, email, chat widget, live chat, all the different channels that I have. I had to make a specific condition so that way when something happens anywhere within Go High Level, it knows where it happened from and it makes sure to respond through that respective channel. So this was just a little extra step up. I always throw an extra step up at the end of the lives because I love AI. But that's it, man. I appreciate everybody for joining in. Like I said before, if you guys have any specific questions, I'm gonna make these every Monday and Thursday. No real time limit, but every Monday and Thursday. Post a comment on my YouTube, post a comment on my Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere. If you want me to show a specific type of demo, I will. Otherwise, I'll have my crafted order of things